Welcome to Global Update, the channel where we bring you the most shocking news from around the world. Today, we will analyze the surprising contradictions in the statements of Peruvian President Dina Boluarte. Last Friday, the President of Peru, Dina Boluarte, strongly criticized Venezuela. She stated that her country will never side with dictatorships that bring hunger and underdevelopment to their people. In her speech, Boluarte emphasized that Peru will not support governments that do not respect the will of the people and demanded transparency in the recent Venezuelan elections. Boluarte urged Venezuelan authorities to present the voting records, arguing that if the Maduro government really won fairly, they should not fear a vote-by-vote recount. However, Boluarte's stance against dictatorships is controversial, as her own rise to power is marked by the shadow of a coup d'état. In December 2022, after the removal of President Pedro Castillo, Boluarte became the first woman to assume the presidency of Peru. This was a historic moment, but also one of deep controversy. Her first year in power has been chaotic. Massive demonstrations across the country demanded her resignation, and those protests ended with the tragic death of 48 people, including minors. Now, Boluarte is facing an investigation for aggravated homicide, along with other members of her cabinet. The problems don't end there. In addition to the protests, Boluarte has been criticized for accusations of nepotism. Her brother, Nicanor Boluarte, has been singled out for allegedly having influence in the government, and in April of this year, recordings were leaked showing that people close to Nicanor had allegedly received government contracts. Although this generated great controversy, the president has defended her brother, increasing suspicions of corruption in her circle. While Boluarte criticizes the situation in Venezuela, her own country is facing a serious security crisis. In September, Peru was shaken by an attack in San Juan de Lurigancho, where criminals detonated explosives in a discotheque. Instead of addressing this crisis immediately, Boluarte traveled to the United States, which sparked a wave of criticism for leaving the country at such a delicate time. Only after pressure did she declare a state of emergency in several districts affected by the growing violence. Citizen insecurity remains one of the most worrying issues of her administration. Despite her harsh criticism of dictatorships in other countries, Boluarte finds herself in a delicate position within her own government. While she calls for transparency and respect for the popular will in Venezuela, her administration in Peru has been marked by repression, the use of force against protesters, and a growing distrust due to cases of corruption in her family circle. The contradictions in Dina Boluarte's discourse raise an important question. Can a president who came to power after a coup d'état and faces accusations of corruption and repression speak with authority about democracy and dictatorships? Time will tell how these tensions will affect her government and her credibility in international politics. Don't forget to subscribe to Global Update to stay informed about this and other crucial topics. Subscribe to Global Update and activate the bell so you don't miss any of the most important news about international politics.